What's up? What's up? With it? Welcome to the Sanity Trance. I'm over here messing with the mics. That's what those sounds are. Whatever. Yeah, this is a good one today. I was gonna do. Well, I got like 5 backed up ideas that I'm trying to decide what to vibe on or whatever. But like lately, I've been. Well, I was asked to come up with some crazy answers to some crazy questions, crazy questions over the weekend, and man, that's got me thinking in a whole different direction. But that'll probably line up really good with this theme. This one's about consciousness and the chasing of it. You know, there's so many people that are just stressed out because in their minds they're unconscious. I don't even know what that means. Like, I would have to be conscious to know what that means, you know? Like, really, because if I'm unconscious, then I don't care. I'm like drooling, passed out somewhere. Who knows? But like, yeah, I don't know. It's like when you're watching people struggle or try to grow or go through any of these kind of long struggles of something, and they are just overthinking it, overstressing out because they just feel like they're not fully as conscious as they could be, or they're not one with all that, or you know, they're just like trying to use crazy things to reach an end that is just really misinterpreted, you know. And I'm not necessarily judging anyone who's doing that, but I'm pretty sure if they could decide for themselves on an efficiency level and realize that there was different things that can be done that'll give you better leverage in certain directions, you know, it would at least make someone think twice, you know. But anyway, now this one, mostly the whole thing with trying to be better and reach higher levels of consciousness and all this other stuff, that's like, I don't know, it's like saying that I'm something I'm not, but I'm, you know what I mean? but like really though, like I am this person in this chair, but I don't think I am, I guess, you know. I don't know. It always makes me funny the ways that you can get confused about just getting better, you know, or just reaching a state of actualization. Maybe I should say it like that, you know. But like when you get there, you still feel like yourself. You're still you know. The only difference is that like you're not questioning things anymore. You got a lot of conviction because there's a lot of questions you may have had that finally got answered some way or some shape or form or whatever. But like it just essentially, if someone would just say consciousness is just doing things on purpose, just doing things consciously, you know, I think a lot of the mysteriousness would be removed from the whole thing, the whole process of attaining a higher state of it, trying to expand on it, you know, because it's like, that's like looking inward to fix it when this is one of those things you're already looking inward at in the first place. So you could afford to stretch that perception outward, and, you know, everything being true and false kind of at the same time lets it kind of work like that. I don't know. It's weird how there's room for something like that to actually be true, you know? It's like we're living in a paradox. and the paradox is the only thing that lets all these silly contradictions hang out together. I just don't understand, but I do think it's super cool. Especially as an occupant of it, you know? It just feels like we're surfing all the time. But yeah, that's, you know, I just wanted to make sure as you continue to grow and reach the states that you want to reach, you have to remember you have to consciously do it, which means if you're not conscious now, you won't be conscious later. Really, you're already conscious, and you should take inventory of the gifts you have, you know. I mean, I'm not saying be proud of your limitations or whatever, as much as I am just saying just be proud of what you can do with what you have, because that's how anything epic is made, is with a bunch of simple things. So if you can just see what you have and what you can stack together and be as resourceful as possible, you know, let your imagination help you. That's usually the ceiling. You start saying that it doesn't work this certain way, and it absolutely does, but just because your mind works like that, you believe it, and then you have changed the rules. And somewhere in there, nobody told you were in charge of the rules, you know? It's just something you kind of wake up into or something. I don't know. We're just in this bubble of physics, and it allows us a whole lot of freedom, and it's just really, you know, if you're struggling, look at it differently and find a way to make it work for you instead of against you, you know? All these forces of nature are super, you know, it's like if you could get crushed by gravity, but gravity is also the thing that's helping us stand on top of it. You know, you can take any of these things that are going against you in the name of resistance and take all that energy and make it work for you. It's like some kind of wrestling jujitsu move or something. But it's, you know, I love that it's a micro present idea. Like the idea of leverage is everywhere. So if you can take that to the realm of your thoughts and see which ones have more weight versus another, you're already playing a game of consciousness, you know. It's like you're working with your tools now, you know, instead of questioning what is this hammer for, you know. It's like it's pretty obvious after a certain point once you break it down. And when you've found that point of informational digestibility, stack on it, you know. That's all I'm trying to say. I could have made this shorter, I'm sure, just to say, you know, if you want to reach consciousness, just do everything on purpose, you know. But it's just, this can get so confusing, and it's so easy to misinterpret whatever, you know. So if you're not going through the struggle, you know, you'll forget, and then from your sense of peace, and then you'll fall right back into it, and you won't realize you're in it again. You know, it's not like we're not all susceptible to these things, but just remembering that you're the one in charge if you're in charge, and that's doing things on purpose, which is the same thing as doing things consciously, you know. So, you know, if you feel like you haven't reached 5D or 6D or 11 dimensions or whatever, it's all kind of tied in together anyway, you know. It's like we already have space-time just sitting here. That's already like 3 dimensions, just me minding my own business in this chair. And with all the things we can't perceive, odds are high I'm just minding my own business in this chair across several dimensions, you know. But I'm doing it because I want to, not because anyone's telling me to. None of that other stuff, you know. It's not like I'm non-compliant. It's just I'm trying to be conscious. But it's easy. It's just simple. Mean it. Love it. You know, intend better. It's just kind of up to you what you want to do today. Create on, y'all. At the end.